and welcome to our Pathfinder Society Foundry Showcase streams. Intro to the year of unfettered exploration. Just so you all know, the Paizo is giving Pathfinder and Starfinder Society the same premium treatment on Foundry VTT that we've been giving our Pathfinder Adventure Paths. Each of these modules will be a one-time purchase that will be updated throughout the season with new content as we release it, and will be available in both a streamlined version that only provides maps and tokens for those of you who already own the PDFs, as well as the deluxe version that also includes fully styled journals containing all of the adventure content. Keep an eye on the Paizo blog for updates. We're, of course, going to be using that deluxe version today. I am Jason Keeley. I'll be your game master today. I am one of Paizo's Pathfinder's senior developers for the Rules and Lore team. And so I'm excited as heck to introduce, well, not introduce, but to have introduced to you our wonderful players.
Hello, my name is Rue. I use they, he, or Z pronouns, and I am Paizo's marketing and media specialist. So it's my job to be the internal internal project manager for marketing, as well as interface with our media connections and news outlets.
Hello, my name is Emma. I use she, her pronouns. I am Paizo's accounts receivable bookkeeper. So I am the one who sees all of that wonderful purchases come in, and I'm excited to participate today.
Hi, I'm Jackson. I use he, him pronouns. I'm one of our customer service representatives here at Paizo, and I am absolutely excited to play some games with this wonderful group today.
Hi, I'm Katina. I use she, her pronouns. I'm the web store coordinator here at Paizo. So I do a whole bunch of stuff, including working with third-party folks to get their products on our store and get our products up on the store and make them ready for purchase. So I am looking forward to this game today. It's going to be a good time.
It is. All of you are playing such wild and interesting characters that I can't wait to have everyone meet very soon. So if everyone is ready, let's begin. Over the last year, Pathfinder Society has had a bit of a time, a challenging time. The Night Hag Aslin has been defeated, but it comes to all of the treasures and items that she's left behind. There's been cataloging and chronicle reporting galore. And so with all of that, it's time for the Pathfinder Society to have a much needed break and to officially recognize some recent achievements and acknowledge a few promotions and applaud everyone for a job well done. And of course, what better way to celebrate than a weeks-long festival at the Grand Lodge in Absalom with agents and guests from across all corners of Galarian. We see the Grand Lodge. It's packed with people from everywhere of all types and stripes, and they're mingling and having a few drinks and having some snacks and just sort of generally there's a general air of conviviality throughout the Grand Lodge and its many halls and rooms. And so when we zoom in through all of this crowd, the first person that we come across is Rue. Introduce your character, tell us what they're doing, and describe them for us.
So Naftali is a average height, about 5'5", fetchling, and they use they them pronouns, and they are they've picked a table from which everyone they can see everyone, and very few people can see them. And they are just very trying to watch as many things as possible, and every once in a while you'll see them take out a notebook, write something in it, and then quickly close it back up, like they're taking notes of some kind.
Interesting. Okay. As you are watching people and taking your notes, a little poppet, this carved wooden figure that looks like a sort of a grizzled old man, comes kind of like tip-tapping his way through the crowd and is kind of looking around for people, and then spots you and then kind of like tip-taps up to you and says, Naftali?
Yes, hello.
Yes, yes. Hi. The honor of your presence is requested by Fola Barun, head of the Envoys Alliance, in one of the in their faction lounge at your pleasure, please.
Oh, of course, of course. Thank you. And they will quickly stow their little notebook away and like adjust all of their clothes so they look as nice as possible. Although they do kind of look like they've been spending too much time in a library and they're covered in dust. But they do sort of like brush themselves off and are going to head to the Envoys Lounge.
Okay. We follow this puppet who's got a sort of clipboard on a list, and top says Naphtali, and he kind of checks that off, and he looks at the next name, which says what is it? Nimble Sun Drinker, and we sort of follow him through the crowd, sort of ducking under people's limbs and whatnot, and eventually coming to Emma's character. Where are you, and what are you up to, and what do you look like?
Well, Nimble is a leshy. They look like a sunflower. She's got just like a really big face with her like seeds kind of hiding a couple of like little yellow eyes. She's only 2 feet 9 inches. She's a she, her pronouns, but honestly, who cares? Plants are plants. We don't really care. And she's probably in the midst of a grand tale. She's probably talking to someone. She has a little glass of like something bubbly. It's clear. It's probably just sparkling water, but she wants to feel fancy anyway. And she's like, yes. And then through the vines, you find that the actual vines are a creature. It was incredible. I had never met such a wonderful friend in my whole life.
A friend. Oh, that's it. Mutter from the people you're talking to. There's a little bit of someone sort of pulling on one of your leaves, down by the base of your stalk, and it's this grizzled looking poppet. Nimble Sundrinker?
Yes,
Pardon me,
me.
I don't mean to interrupt, but head of the Envoys Alliance, Fola Barun, would like to speak with you in their lounge, and he gives you quick directions to there.
Of course, thank you. You'll have to excuse me, folks. And she'll kind of just
it was nice to meet you.
Away.
Yeah. We again follow this puppet as he trundles through the crowd, maybe even leaping over something that's been dropped on the ground, sort of muttering to himself. The next name on his list is Brixby. And Jackson, we come to you. Who are you, and what are you doing, and where do we find you?
Absolutely, yeah. Brixby is also probably moving through the crowd. Something that pop-up may have dropped over. It may have been one of the many packages that are falling out of this bag that he has sort of on his side that's just full of letters and otherwise. And there's a little rat inside there, a little white and black rat handing stuff up to him as he's walking by, passing out mail to people. Just being like, oh, letter for you, letter for you. All right, yeah.
The puppet catches up to you as you're going, and he's got a couple of the letters and packages that you dropped. Rixby.
Oh, yeah.
You drop these. And
thank you.
Fola Barun would like to talk to you when as soon as you can. You can find her in the lounge.
Yeah, thank you so much. And he'll drop off one more letter and pack everything and run off.
All right. Crosses that name off the list and heads out through down another hallway, looking at the final name on his list, which is Tagmore. Katina,
that's me.
That's you.
So Tagmore is lizard folk. She is hanging out probably by the food. She's camped out by the refreshments. Got a plate of snacks, but also like a drink, and she's kind of just like doing the lizard drink where she like dips her tongue in. People are probably looking at her weird, but she doesn't really notice. She's like 6'3", so she's a huge lizard folk. She's like kind of a beigey color, like sandish.
Okay.
But yeah, she's just kind of observing and not really talking to anyone, but just eating.
Fair enough. Again, this puppet sort of kind of leans into your field of view. Excuse me, Tagmore?
Oh,
is it?
Yes.
Yes, yes. And he crosses his name with a list, and he says, "Fola Barun, head of the Envoys Alliance, would like to speak with you in their lounge. If you would just head this way. If you'd follow me."
Oh, okay. I
And
will
he kind of
follow.
trundles off, making sure you're keeping up, but your stride is much longer than his. And the two of you come to the front, the sort of the door to this lounge where the other three are waiting. And he sort of addresses you all very briefly. He says, "Yes, Fola Barun will be with you in just a moment. Introduce yourselves to one another." And he goes inside, closes the door behind him.
Okay. Do
Well,
any of you know what
I'm
we're
nimble.
doing here?
I don't know what we're doing
Oh.
here at all.
Okay.
You watch as Naphtali opens their notebook and like scrolls through pages and just, the lady has not told me yet why we are here, and then closes it back up. But it is good to see you all. Well, closer up. I'm Naphtali. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Brixby. I'm so excited.
I'm Tagmore.
Oh, okay.
And just then the puppet opens the doors to lead you into this particular room. There's a bunch of other agents here. They're clearly in the middle of it's a nice lounge, lots of nice furniture and nice wood tables and whatever. But these agents are clearly in the middle of undoing and resewing some letters stitched onto a large green banner that's draped across the table. Fola Barun, who is a half elf woman who looks like this. In this sort of very nice red gown with floral pattern all over it, looks up from her needlework and sort of puts a needle into a little pincushion, and she waves to you as she walks out from behind the table and says, as she puts her hands together, you can see she's got thimbles and bandages on her fingers, and she says, "I sincerely apologize for pulling you away from all the fun, but as you can see, I have something urgent to remedy." And she's sort of nodding in the direction of this banner. And then you hear one of the agents back there sort of yelp as they stab themselves accidentally with a needle. The seamstress misspelled a crucial word, and only I caught it this morning. Originally, at this hour, I was scheduled to give a fellow Envoys Alliance member, Taiwale, a guided tour of the maze of the open road. Since I have these duties to attend to, I would like the four of you, if you would, to act as his guide instead. Of course, this counts as a regular Pathfinder mission, so you will be compensated. It also shouldn't take very long. I informed Taiwale there's an event here that he must attend around late afternoon, and that gives you, and she kind of looks out at a window, sort of calculating the time, about 3 hours. Before the event starts. Once time is up, you can just return to the ballroom in the event hall and join the party and consider your mission complete. Any questions?
Did you
Miss
sew
Brixby.
your own dress?
Oh yeah, no, I did not. I had this one specially made for me in the Precipice Quarter. Yes, Brixby, you had a question.
Yeah, do you need any ointment? Or I got a lot of paper cuts. Do you need anything like that? And he just like is rifling through them and like opens a package and just like snips it. Just like, I got some here. If you'd like some.
You're a dear, but once we've gone through all this, I'll have some of the well, it wouldn't really require medical attention exactly. Just I'll get a few more of these plasters, and it'll be right as rain within a few days, I'm sure.
All right. And he just starts putting it on his own hand. All right, cool. It's minty.
Is Taiwale already here, or should we be looking for him?
Yes, he is here. You should be able to recognize him quite easy. He's a human. He's male. He's quite well built and tan, as most seafarers are. He is a seafarer from the Okayo Ocean, and he's got a lot of traditional tattoos on his right shoulder and neck. Unless he's not wearing his tunic today. Well, normally he's got a nice white sash on. But if he's dressed any fancier than that, you'll be able to tell from his chiseled features. He is we agreed to meet at the Baffory's Walk, but knowing him, he should have come this way when I didn't show up on time. So there's a lot of crowd between here and there. So he's likely mingling, getting to know some of the fellow Pathfinders. We may have planned too many distracting attractions for this event. Ah, well.
I think it's the right amount.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I hope you're all having a good time. And again, I apologize for taking you away from the festivities.
No.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be very fun to show him around.
Yes. He is to be promoted. Well, he's recently promoted to venture captain, and we're going to be celebrating that later today. But I don't think he knew it. It's a bit of a secret, so keep that keep that mum for now. He's can be a modest man and doesn't like to necessarily have his accomplishments celebrated. But if you meet him, you might want to ask him about the sharks.
Ooh.
He's got plenty of stories to tell about his time on the sea.
I thought you were going to say he has plenty to say about his sharks, and I was very excited.
Well, I don't think he keeps any pet sharks, but you never know with him. You never know what's out with it. He is an explorer at heart, so that's why he wishes to see this the maze of the open road. If there's anything you need, of course, before you head off, there's you might want to get to the quartermaster and purchase it, because there's always a risk in the maze of stepping through a portal and going on a one-way trip. But I'm confident that you'll find a way back in time, if that is the case.
A way back in time?
Not a way back in time, but a way back here by the
On time.
appropriate hour. On time, exactly.
Okay.
Thank you, Nimble. So if there's any other questions, I won't keep you, and I've got to get back to it.
I guess we should go find.
I do have one more question.
Yes, Naftali.
What was the incorrect word?
Well, it was congratulations, and they spelt it with a D.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, and it's that would be a fine pun if he were graduating from some institute of higher learning. This is more of a promotion than it is a graduation.
I do like yours though, Nimble.
You.
So as you guys are heading out to look for this gentleman, if there's anyone who wants to make a society check to learn more about this guy, or an arcana, or I don't think any of you have Pathfinder Society lore, but if you want to make a society check to learn about this guy, or an arcana check to learn more about the maze of the open road, please do.
I have far better society than I have arcana.
Well, fair enough. So when you click on that, feel free to roll that in a way that is this is blind GM roll. So I see it and you don't, so it's secret.
Blind GM roll. Perfect. I like that I can still hear it. I really appreciate it.
You can still hear it. Yeah. You have heard about Taiwale, how he once defeated a kraken with a well-placed punch to its enormous beak, and the experience has left him quite wary of all cephalopods after that, including as a food.
That's fair.
Yeah, indeed. Does anyone want to?
As I recall this information to myself, all Naftali says out loud is, "Don't offer him calamari."
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
Little squid tentacles that you fry and eat.
Ooh.
Why would you eat squid?
Because it's fried.
That's a good point.
All right.
I wondered if he'll be my pen pal.
Are the letters
Maybe.
yours or are they other people's?
Yes.
It wasn't a yes/no question.
But the answer is it is both mine and others. Yes.
Oh. And she's just gonna look at Naftali and be like, "I don't get it."
leaning down, not like stage whispering, so Brixby can definitely still hear. They are carrying their own letters, but also they are delivering letters for other people. So yes, they have both their letters and other people's.
Well, all right. And then we just keep going.
Fair enough. Jackson, I see that Brixby is trained in Arcana. Do you want to make me an Arcana check to see
Yeah.
what you know about the Maze of the Open Road? And again,
Sure.
make that a blind GM roll, if you would.
Yeah, absolutely. I will happily do that. And I have dubious knowledge in case that is relevant for you.
Oh, good. I forgot to do that.
As a thaumaturge, walking into this a little bit more
Gotta
about
know.
Brixby.
Gonna always remember how that works. Okay. Great.
As just rifling through letters.
You heard a couple things. You know, a couple. Always know a couple things, right? That the maze was sort of the maze is physically in Galt. Right. It is just a hedge maze outside of the lodge in Galt, and basically but there are portals that open all sorts of places, and that's how you get to it and get from through the maze to other sorts of places. And you once heard that there was an expedition by a group of Pathfinder agents that went to the depths of hell, and they never returned.
Cool.
That sounds bad.
And Brixby will just, as we're kind of walking along, just rifling through this, like, so if it is a one-way trip, I hope we're gonna go somewhere nice. Like like warm or where there's new friends. Because it could be not so nice.
Not so nice? Like,
Too hot, too cold, not enough forage.
oh,
The
Too much.
porridgeless plain.
There you go. As you are making your way towards Baffory's Walk, you can see that there's just it's a lot of people here. It's a massive crowd of Pathfinder agents from all over, and so it's not easy to necessarily pick anyone out of the crowd. How are y'all basically looking for you? Are you just sort of keeping an eye peeled for this guy? Do you want to ask anyone around for help, or something else that I don't know, some other trick up your sleeve?
I'll just keep an eye out and see if I can see anyone who matches the description that we were given.
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Sure. I don't remember how to do this thing. 19.
You are peering around, and you're not quite seeing anyone here. It might be you're not quite at the walk, which is a kind of a colonnade of statues, and you don't see him here in this in this sort of like side area that you're currently in. What does sort of catch your eye is a large owl, basically, right? He's kind of standing at a table. Here, let me show you this guy. It's like an owl man.
I love him.
An owl person who is just kind of like grumpily, kind of like arms folded, no one else at his table, and just kind of doesn't even have any food or drink in front of him, and he kind of is his owl eyes are kind of darting left and right, as if he's not quite comfortable here.
I would like to approach the owl.
Okay.
I'm just gonna walk right up and I'm gonna be like, excuse me, have you seen a tanned human, possibly a rocky jaw, with lots of tattoos anywhere?
Oh, have I? It's been a lot of people. I'm not used to so many people being around. I stay in my workshop most of the time, alone.
Oh.
It's a bit odd. I'm not entirely certain why I even came. I'm sorry.
Sparkly water, maybe? Have you had any?
Is
It's very good.
oh is it? I haven't tried. Uh, why don't you give me a give me a diplomacy check to sort of like maybe put this owl at ease
Sure.
as you offer him a drink.
Woo!
Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that! You
28.
know what?
Nice.
I'm here, and I guess I should go outside my boundaries a little bit. Do you get offering him your glass of
Yeah,
sparkling
I'm
water, which
still
I
just
assume you've been
holding
carrying?
my
Yeah,
little
yeah,
flute, and it's literally just sparkling water.
sure,
'Cause I'm a
sure.
plant. I don't think I should drink anything other than water.
He gives it a little taste. They give it a little taste, and like, oh well, oh no, that's effervescence.
Yeah,
Quite
it makes your leaves feel all
interesting.
floaty.
Or your feathers.
Or your feathers, I guess.
Yes. Yes. Oh, thank you. Pardon me. I'm Hori, by the way.
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't introduce myself again. I'm not
Oh,
used
that's
to
okay.
these crowds.
I'm Nimble Sun Drinker, but I
Pleasure.
think humans prefer nicknames, so you can call me Nim.
Well, I will do just that. I don't have a nickname.
That's okay. I just think humans have them all the time. I
Hmm,
don't really know why. If that's the name you
Yes.
wanted to be called, why would you not
That
just call
makes
yourself that, you know?
well, yes, they can. Humans can be quite roundabout, confusing.
Yes, they
They
can.
never just say what they mean.
Yeah. Well, speaking of humans, have you seen asking about the tan one?
You know what? I don't know if I have, but and then they kind of leap up on the table, and kind of like clearly they like stretch. You know how like an owl can. Ever seen an owl? When if you ever saw a wet owl, they kind of look all skinny and have like actual little feet like that. But they're able to like lift their head up a little bit and open their eyes real wide and kind of like almost completely 360 turn their head around. And then they come down. Oh, yes, I think I have seen the person you are looking for.
Oh, good. Where is
Just
he?
he's down, and they point like down the hall, like farther than like it's a through a bunch of crowds of people. I saw him over there talking to what's the oddest thing? Uh, Talking to a door.
That doesn't sound that weird. I've talked to
I
stranger
guess
things
not.
than that.
Well, I suppose not.
I think the more important question, my apologies, I'm Naftali. Was the
No
door
bother.
talking back?
The way he was reacting, yes, it seemed to be.
Maybe he can talk to wood. Or dead
Well,
things.
there are very much a lot of different kinds of people here.
Oh, yes. It's quite fun. You should mingle. I think that's the right word.
I will give it a try. Thank you.
I think you'll like it. The sparkly water helps.
I'll have to get my own glass.
Oh, you can keep mine. I don't need it anymore. Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you, Nim. Thank you so much. And they
then
kind of
we'll
like
just be
down the
"Thank
whole thing.
you," and walk away.
As you go, they down the whole thing in one go, and then they clearly go and get another drink. You make your way through the crowd to where he sort of pointed out where Taiwale is. And you can actually see getting a little closer. You can see. Well, I'll show you this. I'll show you the guy. This man.
Oh, he's a very pretty man.
He's very
handsome.
pretty.
Rocky jaw.
Got the rocky
He's
jaw.
got the chiseled jaw.
Got the whole thing going on. He's literally like standing behind a freestanding door. It's just in the middle of the room. But he's kind of like stroking his chiseled chin and as if in thought. And as you get a little bit closer, a pair of disembodied blue gloves float up towards you. Oh, why not? We have a picture of that. Why don't we show it? And because if you do know what blue gloves look like, and kind of give you a sort of a stop hand before you get any closer.
Hello.
Oh,
And a wave,
can't
sort of a
see.
wave hello from the
Oh.
other hand.
I love
Oh.
charades.
What's charades?
It's a game.
Ooh, I like games.
Me too.
The hands point, the hands point at Brixby and go, thumbs up, thumbs up.
Oh.
How many words?
The hands sort of gesture and one word,
Word.
taps, 2 syllables. First syllable. And then they kind of make shooing gestures.
Go.
Shoot. Leave. Sweep?
Shuffle.
And the hand goes to Brixby's ear and kind of tugs on it.
Ah.
And does one of these to Brixby's ear.
Sounds like
Gestures like this, and then does one of these. Points
open
at the
lid.
Lid.
Sounds like lid.
sounds like lid.
Rid. Rid.
Oh no, what have I gotten myself into?
Riddle.
Double thumbs up, double thumbs up, double thumbs up.
Oh.
And then he points, the 2 gloves point towards the door that Tywilai is standing behind.
Oh. Does he need to solve a riddle to open the door?
Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, big thumbs up.
Can we help him?
Thumbs up.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
I'm just gonna
As you get a
duck
little
under
closer.
it.
As you get a little closer, Tywilai kind of like leans out from behind the door and says, "Oh, hello.
No.
My friend here has gotten me a bit perplexed by his riddle." And he sort of gestures to the door, and the door on your side, a big mouth appears in a smile with like actually like kind of frightening teeth, and it says, "That's right. I'm keeping him here until he can solve my riddle." Well, it's been a whole contest. He's gotten most of them, but I think I've stumped him now.
Can we know the riddle?
All right, but if you cannot solve it, then you will have to stay here behind me as well. and
we
Tywilai
can
kind of
talk.
like leans out into the gestures. I thought it would be fun.
How many riddles have you solved today?
How much has it been, Big Lock? How much is it? You've gotten, well, so far, we've done best out of 7, but then and now we're doing best out of 9, and you've gotten, well, what is it? Blah, 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 blah. I'm not so good at math. I'm more good at the wordplay.
Okay. But
But
this
it's
is
one
the
more.
last. This is the
This
last
is the
one.
last one. Yes.
Well, maybe with all of us, we can solve it.
Very
We
well.
can try.
I think so. I think we all love words.
Do you want to hear the last riddle?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone
Oh.
ever really?
The more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I? Now, if anyone wants to roll for this, obviously you can. If you want to solve the riddle, feel free to solve the riddle. But if anyone wants to roll for this, none of you have games lore. But if there's some other skill you want to apply to this particular, so maybe society would work. I guess it's sort of a something like that, or some other outside of the box thinking way to answer this riddle.
How can I roll medicine to solve this riddle?
How can you roll medicine to solve this riddle?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
What about plate of fire lore?
I believe
Maybe
this applies.
narrow it down.
Yeah,
I
what's
have
up?
I have diverse lore as a feat as well as a thought, which I think that applies in
Yeah,
this case with
I
the
think
penalty, right?
diverse. Yeah. Take that. So
For
feel free
making
to
a roll.
make it a roll.
Because my brain is not. I'm like, I don't know riddles today. Let's give it.
That's
It's a
why.
minus.
Same with Tywale. He's like, I got stuck.
I gave him an 8 intelligence because same.
Put that in there. But yeah, oh,
I was gonna say, even if I solve it in real life, I don't know if my character will.
I rolled it openly.
That's
I
fair.
apologize. I should have rolled that secretly. My bad.
Yeah, no, that's actually fine. That's fine.
With that
So
minus
I
two.
mean, yeah. That's not built in.
I
so it's
applied
20
it, but
total?
it looked like it
okay.
didn't.
You may have to
add
have
it for
checked
some
it.
reason.
Yeah, done the toggle. But anyway,
Yeah.
well, it's
That's fine.
you muse on it for not very long at all, but it becomes pretty clear that something that perhaps a seafarer may have gotten this because it's footsteps, like footsteps on a beach or something like that, right?
Oh yeah. Then the brings people like sort of lean in to Naphtali at least and just sort of tug a little bit and like whisper. I think it's footsteps, but I'm not confident. If you wanna pass it, I don't know.
Oh, okay, I can say it if you want.
If you think it's right.
It makes sense. I was going to say life because you leave more ghosts behind, but that is a different answer.
I like that one.
I will go with yours though.
I like ghosts.
I also like ghosts. Well, I don't like ghosts, but you know.
I like the idea.
Tywale.
Yes.
My friend here thinks the answer might be footsteps.
Oh, that's it. Of course, I should have thought. All right, Big Luck. We have chosen our answer, and this is our final answer. Footsteps. And the door goes. You got it. and the door morphs into basically a treasure chest. With a big old mouth and big eyes and a kind of a lock for a nose.
Hello.
Yeah, got all right. Well, it was a pleasure to meet you, and I hopefully you come around for some more of these kinds. Maybe you can even do a little hand wrestling with Mr. Glovely, and the gloves kind of float back and are like shake his hand goodbye, and shake all of your hands goodbye and whatnot.
Mr. Glovely. Love it.
Can we be pen pals?
Mr. Glovely gives you a definite thumbs up.
Big Luck give him a little.
I'll tell him what to write.
We'll give him a little card with just his name, just like, his career services.
Fair enough. Mr. Glovely like takes your card and does a little like sleight of hand and it disappears.
Wow.
Thank you. He's saying thank you. Well, my friends, I appreciate your help there. By the way, once again, I'm Tywale. We haven't had the pleasure yet.
Well, I'm Nimble Sundrinker. And these are my friends, and we are here to show you around.
Oh, excellent. I leave myself in your care. Tell me more about yourselves. I want to hear all of your names and what you've been doing lately. And if Fola Barun sent you, then she must be really impressed with your work to ask you to be my guide.
I'm Naphtali, and much of my job around here involves mysteries.
Ooh, mysteries. Very nice. You guys are basically all walking towards this sort of the portal that will lead you to the maze of the open road. And as you are getting there, sort of chatting, there's a moment where there's someone else is coming through. It's like a clearly a crew of some sort of sailing ship, and it's a small, almost a parade of people coming through with a luggage and crates and whatnot, as if they were sort of like coming for an extended vacation or even moving in or something. And while Tywale continues to ask you all questions, my goblin friend, tell me about yourself.
Oh yeah, I'm Brigsby. I'm a personal courier around here, and I like to deliver the mail and bring people their goodies. It's one of my favorite things.
Well, I hope you'll deliver me to some excitement and adventure here.
I hope so too. Yeah.
Yes. And you, and pointing to Tagmore.
Oh well, my name's Tagmore. I come from the desert, so I learned how to do stuff with fire and water, so I'm kind of just trying to learn how to use those to help people.
Very noble goal. Very noble goal.
Yeah, thank you.
And we have a Leshy here. You
Yes.
introduce yourself. Nimble, is it? Yes.
Yes, Nim. You can call me Nim.
Then I shall call you Nim.
Oh, I tell stories for fun,
Ah.
and I play this. And she pulls out like a little. It looks like a piece of bamboo that's been like carved, but it's silver, so it's like clearly made of metal, but it looks like bamboo.
Right.
She plays a couple notes on the flute.
Excellent. Well. Excellent. Well. Yes. Here. The portal is open. It's free here. Let us step through.
We don't
and
end
you
up
guys
somewhere bad.
step through, and you basically there's a moment of slight vertigo as you step through the portal, but you basically find yourself at the entrance to a hedge maze that is mostly known as the maze of the open road. It's probably got a sign up and everything. Behind you, sort of, there's a garden courtyard with a 2-story stone manor that you all sort of know is Woods Edge Lodge. And Ty will look at this. The place is really like the rumor says, vast distances covered but within a few minutes of walking. Okay. Yes, he pulls some notes out of his sash, and he says, okay, I have collected 3 routes for 3 different lodges that before I arrived in Absalom, namely Hydemark Manor in Varisia, Nexus House in Nex, and Starrise Spire all the way in Mendev. But I'm not sure which one I want to visit. They all seem so very interesting. Why don't you pick for me?
I've never been to any of those places. So,
Well,
have any of
no matter
you?
what.
Not yet.
I don't know. I don't. Maybe I have some letters for one of them. I don't know.
Well, we could always choose randomly. Well, what's let me ask you what's there's something. What are your interests exactly? So perhaps that will figure out which one to help us, because I know Nex is a land of great magic. The Starrise Spire is I believe almost a temple, and of course Hydemark Manor is just a manor house in Varisia. So if you're more interested in nobility and society, we might want to go there.
I'm from Varisia, but I don't have any preferences necessarily.
The star one sounds cool, I guess. What's the temple to?
Starrise Spire. I think, well, if it's in Mendev, it's might be Ayamide or something like that. They're near where the that terrible world wound was. So that country over. All right, well, shall we begin? So the way this works is sort of the maze is kind of ever shifting of portals going hither and yon and whatnot. So it's not as easy as to sort of find your way through, and especially if you want to look for a specific portal to a specific place, some you're going to have to essentially make some checks. This is essentially an exploration activity called Navigate the Maze of the Open Road. Each check basically takes 10 minutes as you're sort of following the instructions. Tywale has some instructions on a piece of paper that are cryptic at best, almost like little riddles. And then you will, as you're sort of trying to figure out the specific way to go, you can, one of you who's doing this can attempt the survival check to sense direction, scouting lore, or another skill check, or Pathfinder Society lore, but again, I don't think you have that. And if you're trying to find Starrise Spire, you can use religion or stealth to go to one of those places. Try to go to that place. So who wants to make this check, and who's basically leading the way through this hedge maze of twisting corridors?
Can I use the Glean lore thing that I have as an oracle, which
Tell me more about it.
works a little bit similarly to dubious lore from our friend the Thaumaturge. So if I think can you see my sheet and see the critical success to critical
Yes.
failure levels? But
Yeah.
so I can actually get information by pulling from the divine font, but if I fail or critically fail, I get misleading information.
All right. We'll on with that. I mean, this is sort of, you could just make a religion check for this activity, which has its own sort of successes and failures, or we can use this to maybe set up another an exploration roll. Which would you prefer? Or we can use this in place of the exploration activity.
Either way, I'll be using religion, so it's the same for me.
Why don't we use this in place, because you've got its class ability, and why not?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make it once again a blind GM roll to you, right?
Right. Make this one secret. Yeah, because that's the feat.
Perfect.
I won't tell you what happened, but that was a roller coaster of numbers that I saw there. You are able to, let's see here. Let me look at the DC again. Pick out, Tyler hands you the strip of paper that has sort of the quote unquote directions to Starrise Spire, and it is a little bit couched in metaphor and not quite riddles per se, but definitely not necessarily turn left and then turn right and then you're there, right? But you're able to find that by reaching out to the divine font that you're tapped into as an oracle, like feel a bit of a pull towards where you want to go, almost as if you're a life oracle, right?
Yes.
It's almost like the hedge mazes. These plants are alive. They're hedges, and the life force in that is kind of like almost like moving you along like a river, right? A small current of life, guiding you in what you feel is the correct direction. It's a couple twists and turns, but you're only 10 minutes in, and you hit a portal basically and step through. But as you do that, you step out in front of basically another lodge, right? Another sort of very nice looking lodge, but something doesn't feel right. And what this is going to manifest as, and I hope this won't be too much of a spoiler, is that you're all going to get +2 circumstance bonus to your next initiative roll.
Dun, dun,
Whenever
dun.
that might happen. So you can see this, Mendev is a little chillier than Absalom this time of year. But it's not snowy at all. But it's definitely like a crisp autumn air, like autumn-like air. And you can look ahead, and you would expect to see more people when you step through, other Pathfinder agents, maybe some form of security or whatever. But you don't. And actually, you see that the lodge ahead of you, the front door is kind of ajar.
It's
and
not.
It's
not a holiday, is it?
No, I don't think it is.
Okay.
I'm going to see if there's any other security about, if you want to look ahead and see maybe what's going on. I will meet you back here in a short period of time. And with
Can I
that, I'm going to bring
sneak?
you all to another map.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, we get to
Yes,
see
you
a
can be
map.
sneaking.
I was gonna say
You're
I
going
want
to
to
be-
sneak up to the door.
Okay, before we get to this, give
Yeah.
me a spooky sneak step check.
I thought you were going to say give me a spooky second here, and I was very excited.
Spooky seconds.
Ooh.
Ooh. You go ahead and you kind of get up to the front door and you peer in. You can see a kind of a foyer that is currently empty
All clear.
with the statue in it and whatnot. And so yes, you all sort of head to the front door. You can start anywhere if you want to move your if you're all there. Can you see the map?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Jason, my active exploration activity is detect magic.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I'm doing that as we step in.
Yeah. As we sort of, if you all want to move, if you don't want to be in the four corners of this PC start here box, you may put yourself anywhere on this box, this 3x3 box as you wish, as we begin. Naphtali, you're not sensing any magic, any sort of nothing. Maybe there's a little background magic because this is a fancy Pathfinder lodge or whatever, but nothing sort of overwhelmingly that calls you. Inside, you see this sort of statue facing you, and behind this is a banner that is it's yellow with a black mountain flanked by 2 stars, which is sort of what you're expecting from here in Mendev. I guess what do y'all want to do?
Who is the statue of?
That is a good question. It's I'm gonna stall for time. Well, I also mentioned that while this map is kind of wood, this is a sort of a brick house, basically a brick temple, sort of nice red and gray bricks. It looks like why don't we say that it is a statue of oh no, this is where I have to remember to look something up. The queen. There's the queen Gallifrey. I always want to say Queen Gallifrey, which is obviously wrong. But it is
different property.
Yeah, different property. Queen Gallifrey is this very striking woman in sort of champion's armor, helmets, shield, sword raised in triumph. So that's who the statue's of.
For orientation purposes for myself on this map, we've come in from the left, correct?
Yes, we've come in. You've come in from that door.
Cool.
And then you can see that there are several doors leading sort of east and southeast.
Oh, there's some.
Brixby, you're up there and sort of you're looking around. You can't help but notice you're using basically because you're searching as your exploration activity. There's just like definite some fresh scuff marks on the floor. Clearly someone with no manners came in here with their shoes dirty and left some not quite fully tracks, but definitely some dirt marks. And you also notice that 1 or 2 of them are smudged as if someone else walked over them, right?
Okay. I'll always point that out. Brixby will point that out to the rest of the group as he's sort of looking around. As he's getting his stuff ready, pulling out his sword at least. They're like, well, there's all this on the ground at least, but this seems weird. Weird.
These all tracks lead to this door, basically. This sort of upper eastern door.
Yeah, he'll just draw like the line on the with the sword, sort of pointing at it from where he's at, like from here to there.
Seems sort of rude. Any thieves, maybe? But what would you have to steal here?
Pathfinder Society always has stuff to steal.
Magical items, gold, lots of things. But they didn't do a very good job of covering their tracks if that was what they were trying to do. And
You think
they
they
only
did it on purpose?
I think they only go one way, so maybe they're still here.
I'll pull out my little tiny dagger.
Naphtali's staff is more of a walking stick. Their weapon is a mace, but they use the staff to help themselves walk, much like a cane. And they are going to sort of follow the path that Brixby has pointed out and go like they're not going to open the door, but I'm going to go over here. Let me move. Thank you.
There you go.
Ooh. Follow kind of a little ways back.
Fair enough.
Yeah, for a bit, Brixby will just move himself
Oh my goodness.
up
That's
there.
far away.
Yeah, I'll probably move up as well.
Terrific.
Oh, well, if the tall one's gonna move, then I'll stay behind the really tall one.
Brixby is confident. He moves with confidence in the front. He is not afraid to go places. It's like, all right, yeah,
very
like wherever
good.
we want to go. Certainty.
Is like the door is closed, yes?
The door is closed.
Can I hear anything behind that? Would I make a perception check? to
Yes, give me another
see?
one of them secret perception checks.
Where? Why? Sorry, my character sheet.
Perception
decided-
is in a different place than regular skills.
Ah, yes, thank you. Could you let me roll it, please? No? Okay.
It may have pop up. I don't know if that's
If you're on your character
hidden.
sheet, there's a little eyeball you can click that rolls a secret perception check too.
Eyeball. Thank you. Oh, yep, there we go.
Oh yeah, look at that across the eyeball even. You don't even have to get very close to the door. From where you're standing, about 5 feet away from the door, you distinctly hear the sound of breaking glass. And then someone shout, someone sort of not quite shout, but just sort of like, watch it.
I think you might be right, Nim. I think they might be thieves. Little knife.
I've got a knife. What do we want to do?
Well, I think it's our duty as Pathfinders to stop them.
Well, yeah, but I mean, what do we want to do specifically? Are you gonna burst in there, kick the door open?
I can flood them. Should I try
Oh.
and flood them?
What if there's things in there that are water sensitive?
That's a good
Books.
point.
Books. Mostly I'm worried about books.
But if
So I
there
shouldn't
are
use
no
fire
books-
either, right?
Or you do.
You can open the door and then see. I'm not against water or fire. I think they're wonderful ideas.
But damage control, I get it. All right.
Yeah, I think
Let's
break down
go.
the door seems like a great idea.
All right.
Man.
Tagmore's gonna walk up to that door and fling it open and ready for
Sure.
something. Okay. So yeah, you can click. Oops.
Oh, so
Right on that door icon, and you can
There you
see
go.
what's beyond.
Ooh.
Wait, that's
Alright.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so
Oh.
dark.
oh, there's two sets
there
of
we
doors.
Oh,
that's
okay.
why.
I was like, I don't see anybody in
That was,
there.
that was interesting. Yeah, it was a weird sort of like I think there was a peek option and a throw open the door option.
Oh,
Yeah.
You throw open the door. There are, from what you can see, this is basically some sort of exhibit hall. There are shelves to the north and to the south. There's a sort of central display with it has a sort of dais on it with some sort of clearly religious artifact up it, and sort of closer to all this are two display cases, sort of low display cases with a couple savory looking people. Unsavory looking people.
savory people.
They're savory. You want to eat them.
Looking people.
Very
a
different
couple of-
adventure.
A couple of
Oh.
unsavory figures who are one of them has a sack open and is kind of grabbing stuff from a clearly broken glass display case and shoving them in a sack of some kind. Standing, and you can see here sort of like north of all that by in front of another door that leads out to the north is a I guess we'll say tougher looking individual who has their face covered, but they're clearly kind of just sort of like maybe direct, grab that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
But we're being super sneaky, so I think they're gonna notice you when you sort of throw the door open. What? And we're gonna go into an encounter. Why don't we?
And we get a +2 circumstance.
You're gonna get +2, so when you roll your initiative, I would say not just press the button on the encounter tracker at the moment, because they won't add the +2. But if you do, I can always add the +2 afterwards. But if you just kind of click on your initiative, it should give you an option to add a +2 circumstance bonus. While I roll
circumstance. Oh, there we go.
Oh Lord.
Uh-oh.
I'll get these natural 20s out of the way now, I guess.
Oh, solid.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, the sound.
You got the sad sound effects.
I set up the sound effects. I had to.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the sound effects.
Don't forget, you have a hero point if you want to do any re-rolling of any of this.
I don't know if I'm going to use it on the first initiative.
That's up to you. Jackson, we're going to need an initiative from Brixby.
Yeah, I thought it rolled. I'm sorry.
I didn't see it.
I thought it did. It showed it too.
Free reroll.
Oh, weird. I didn't get it. Yeah, you get a free reroll, I guess.
Why do that to me? 1 second here. Sorry.
Oh, I don't like being at the top of this by myself.
You apparently have really good initiative.
Yeah.
Did take a lot of perception.
There we go. I don't know why I do.
Oh
no! Hey, crit fail, buddy.
Perfect.
Down there at the bottom.
At the bottom. All right. Well,
I
I suppose a lot of you are taken slightly by surprise by the people that you see here as you open the door and you're like, oh wait, what do we do?
There's people here.
There's people here. There's actual people here. These robbers are going to get to go first. So let's see which one of them is first. The one who is furthest away from you. She didn't have anything in her hands, so she's going to draw one of her daggers. Shoot, this sort of nasty looking dagger, and get a little closer, and maybe even a little close, maybe right in front of her friend here, and chuck this dagger at Tagmore.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, here we go.
And then let's see. I think I can use deflecting wave.
Oh, I don't know. All right, I gotta get a little closer. I gotta get right there. Okay.
Oh wait. Is it slashing or piercing damage?
Well, it's a dagger being thrown at your face.
So that's piercing.
Piercing?
It's gonna be piercing, yeah.
So I can't use my deflecting wave against that then. Never mind.
Oh, it would pierce through it.
Yeah, it's only for slashing, fire, bludgeoning, and acid.
Why am I getting this range penalty? I'm trying to figure out why I'm getting a range penalty. Because I probably have the wrong one clicked. All right, there goes that. All right. Dagger attack.
Ooh, that hits.
That's gonna be a hit.
Oh, why would you roll max damage? That's rude.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I rolled max damage.
Bonk.
That's rude, actually.
Don't worry, everyone. I'm here to soak all the damage right up in the front.
Oh, good.
That's why I was hiding behind you.
Yeah.
Second robber. She drops the sack she's got. She draws up a dagger, and she's actually going to take up a kind of position right at the door here. But that's all. Oh wait, no, dropping is a free action. I can stab you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I can stab Tagmore.
Congrats.
Of course.
Great.
That's for me.
Love that for
Dropping is a
you.
free action. I can
love that
stab
for me,
you.
too.
Best quote so far.
No.
Lord.
Oh, I was hoping it was gonna land on the 9.
I am rolling too hot today.
Ow, ow.
Stop.
Get him out of the
We'll
way.
see. Getting out of the way now.
Just
Yeah.
knives.
All right. Nimble. Nim,
Okay.
it is your turn.
I am going to use 2 actions to cast Biting Words.
Ooh.
Which is, I'm not sure which of these to hit. There's the cast and the attack.
Hit the cast button.
Okay.
And it'll flop that in. Yeah, and then you can from here click attack.
I see. Okay. I'm gonna do it on, how do I target? This one.
Okay. The northernmost one. The one right at the doorway. Yeah.
And then I will use my 3rd action to attack. I think that's how that works with this spell.
When you finish casting the spell, you get an attack, and then every time subsequent round, you can take an action to attack.
Okay.
So you'll have a 3rd action after you're done with this, but
okay, great.
Yeah.
So I will go ahead and attack.
Hey,
Ooh,
that's a hit.
Nice.
And
I'll be
you
like, "You're terrible robbers. We heard you."
my self-esteem. All right.
6 damage. 6 sonic damage.
Well, I'll take it. I'll take that sonic damage. She holds her hands to her ears.
And then I am going to move just here, just 5 feet over, and kind of like duck among the statue.
Fair enough.
And end my turn.
Okay. The 3rd robber. It's getting kind of crowded in that doorway.
A little bit.
So I think I'm gonna.
Sorry.
The choke point?
No.
Yeah.
Strategic.
Pardon me.
Whoosh. Oh,
over here.
There's something over there.
They flew.
And...
Goodbye.
Oh, there's another door.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh no.
Yep. He's going around.
Oh boy.
Oh no, there's more doors.
There was a second
all
door.
my actions. Oh wait, there was an even closer door. I'm a fool.
Is there a door behind the statue? That's so funny.
It's on the other side of the statue.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Naftali, it is your turn.
Yes. I'm gonna move right up to. Wait, sorry. I have to look at my cones again. I love that it gives me the cone. It makes my life.
It's so much easier. That's what we love about Foundry Virtual Tabletop.
Place 15.
Cha-ching.
That's actually really helpful.
Yes, I can.
As someone who doesn't
Okay.
understand.
So this is where I'm gonna be.
Ooh, all right.
And I need them to make a DC 18 Fortitude save.
All right, we'll do this. You guys are
We're
big on the sonic damage.
Yeah.
Oh, it was almost
Yeah.
a 1.
One success and
Yes.
one failure.
Ooh, a failure. All right.
Get him.
Take 3 points of sonic damage.
Take it.
Not so tough anymore, tough robber.
So this haunt
Slightly less tough, Robert.
slightly less tough robber. Is this haunting him like do you sing it, or does it come from the spirits around you?
So as I cast this, I open my mouth, but instead of the normal voice that Naftali uses, there's just kind of like this piercing wind, like when it sounds like wind is singing to you.
Oh,
And it just
creepy.
cuts through the room.
Nice. All right. I think that's it. That was all your actions.
Yes, that is all my actions.
All right, Tagmore.
All right.
Here.
Well, let's see. First, I think I should probably do channel my elements. So I'm gonna do that.
I'll take your word for it.
I believe that's what I have to do to be able to use my
Yes.
impulses and stuff.
Yes.
So I will toggle on the aura, the kinetic aura effect.
Which element?
I'm gonna start with water. Because I can do bludgeoning. So and then so when I channel my elements, I believe that gives me an elemental blast. So I will try and do that real quick. So let's see. I would like to do a water blast at the one that is right in front of me.
Yes, waterbender,
Let's
go.
see.
Are you doing this as 2 actions?
I'll
Or
do
1
it just as one.
Okay.
And let's see. Is that, do I just roll a d20 for that, or do
You do,
Let's-
yeah. You make an attack.
Okay.
Surprised this isn't.
It doesn't have a thing
doesn't
built
have
in,
anything
so
for it. Okay.
yeah. So I'm like, oh no, where's the attack? Let's see.
Oh no, now if you go into your attacks, there's attacks for elemental blast, fire. And
Oh, you're
elemental
right.
blast
There it
water
is.
now.
Okay,
So, yeah,
those are
you
the
can
ones I
definitely
should drag to my hotbar. Okay,
yeah,
that's
drag them
what
to your hotbar.
I think I shall. But first, I'll just use my water blast here, and I'll target the one in front of me. And let's see. Oh, I believe the top one's melee and the bottom one's ranged, right? So use that.
Yes. That
Not
is
a
a hit.
one.
Yeah,
Not
not
a
a one.
one, you did
Yay!
Roll that damage.
All right. Boop. Oh,
Oh,
well,
it's something.
it did something.
Great.
Okay.
Do you like drawing the water out of the air, the ambient air, and then
Yeah. Kind of like take a minute to focus and be like, breathe in, just kind of start, collecting the water from around me. Let's see. And then I think what I shall do next, since I have 2 actions left, I will
is opening
try-
your gate a free action?
Oh,
Or is that
oh
an
wait,
action?
no. Well, channel elements, yeah, opens the gate. That's 1 action, and then the elemental
Right.
blast,
I
I
thought
think is
1 action, and then you have 1 more.
Oh,
action.
so do I only have 1 left? Okay, that
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
more
I think
sense.
that's
I lost track of my actions. Then let's see. I'm going to try and extract element.
oh.
Let's see.
What does that do?
Let's see. So oh, did I not put it in the chat? There we go. So oh, does it have to be? No, that has to be matching one of my elements. I'm sorry.
Well, people are generally made out of water.
Yeah.
I think for this
I'm not
purposes-
gonna do.
People
I'm
are
not gonna go for-
70% water.
I won't go for blood bending like this.
Not
this,
quite yet. I
early.
think you need a little extra couple more feats, I think, before you can blood bend.
That's my bad. Well then I will just take out my dagger. I have one as well.
Okay.
And actually, let's see. Did I already have it in my hand, or was it assumed
might
that
have.
it was like, okay, can I just
Everyone else was
throw-
drawing their daggers. Yeah, you can throw a
I'll
dagger.
just throw it.
You're gonna take that, multiple attack penalty for a second attack
Sure.
action this round, but
Yes, but I
Chuck
will
it.
go ahead and chuck it. Is that how I do it? It's from the HUD? That's kind of weird. Let's see. Dagger, there we go.
yeah, the ranged one version.
Oh, weird. It's like sheath or drop. Okay.
Oh, that's the one with that sort of like arrow pointing.
Oh,
up and down
yeah,
is the
that's the
range.
U-turn?
The range version.
Yeah, the
U-turn.
U-turn.
There you
Okay,
go.
I thought
Yeah.
that was something
So
different.
then-
There we go. Okay, so the map
Yeah.
-4.
Yep.
There we go. She's already targeted, so there. That should roll that. Oh, that's a miss though. Oh,
That one's
well.
gonna miss unless you want a hero point it.
I'll save my hero point.
Okay.
I think.
She ducks out of the way quite neatly. Now tell me, before we go any further, what is your aura? Does your aura do anything in particular while are you surrounded by swirling water, or is it just everyone gets real humid in here, or
I guess so. Let's see. So channel elements, I make elements like flow around me. Yeah. So
okay, cool.
that's how I can, I guess, use the kinetic or the elemental blast.
The
It's like
blast.
kind of like
Fair enough.
swirling around some water.
So our feet are damp.
Yeah,
now.
and it can't damage of anything or affect the environment around you unless another ability like allows it to. So
Great. Okay,
so
cool.
it's-
All right.
just looks
Well,
cool.
Looking cool. Then we're on to Brixby.
All right. I'm gonna try to move down to the other. I was trying to measure it, but I got disconnected, and so my measure tool wasn't
no.
responding well. So I'm gonna reload
no.
here in a moment. But I want to get through my turn first before I do that, so I'm not delaying things. But I think I have 30 feet of movement. I think even with diagonals, I can get over in front of them without issue.
It's 20 feet if you stand in front of him?
I think there's a statue in the way, right? So I think I have to go
Yeah,
around
the
the
statue is
statue.
a little in the way. You got
Oh,
to
it's
go a little
20.
around it.
It's 25
Yes.
feet though. 'Cause if
Yeah,
you
and with the-
go-
Good.
With the diagonal, I think it's fine. But I'm just mostly talking through my plan, so I want to walk up.
Yep.
Over there, and then sort of sizing them up. We'll start with the thaumaturge. That I'd love to exploit vulnerability against
All right.
this robber.
Give
If
me
that's
a.
cool.
I mean,
This wall of
guess.
text.
Yeah.
That's not what I want.
So
That's
give
a
me
lot of
your
text.
esoteric lore.
Yep.
I have a thaumaturge in another game, so I vaguely know how this works. We'll start with that, and that is a very good roll.
That's a good roll to start. Yeah.
Check something here. Always have to check the level because it's not the same as the
Yeah.
regular DC. Because that
Maybe
it's pretty good, so it might be it's not a critical, but it's a success.
Cool. And then we'll do personal antithesis. I think is the way to route that one here, right? Or do I?
You
does
do
it
learn
matter?
you learn an important fact about the
Oh,
creature.
good.
This is a human.
Excellent.
Probably the most important fact to know about them. And they don't have any weaknesses. Well, okay,
Cool.
they don't have a weakness for you to learn the highest value.
Cool.
So you have to use personal antithesis.
Yes. Which will brings me like going through his bag of things and pulling out letters. It's like, yeah, this one's sealed. That way, not stolen like what you did. And then we'll attack.
Oh.
Just try to stab him.
No, not mail, not whatever the opposite of mail fraud is.
Mail security.
Mail security. My one weakness. All right, yes. That is a big old hit.
Damn.
Okay.
Everything appropriate. Just
My God. +5?
That's a big roll. Yeah, well, with the
Nice.
well, you're a strong little gobble.
He's a
aren't you?
strong little guy. +3 strength. He's
Yeah, look at that.
a big boy. I didn't describe him earlier, but he's taller. He's about 3'3". He's on the taller side for a goblin. He's been around for a while. He's got bumps and scrapes, but he's a chunky boy.
Tough little dude.
Now, if I recall correctly, this is also did
Wait.
add
should
something
trigger
else.
Damage. Yeah, I'm sorry.
It triggers a weakness, but what's your weakness? What's your personal antithesis weakness value?
Yeah, that is a great question. Let me
It's
pull that back up again. This thing.
Always
It is equal to 2 plus half my level, rounded up or
Oh,
down.
it is.
Down.
Always down.
Oh, so 4 in this case would be the
4.
math.
Great. Okay,
Ba-bam.
math it out.
And that is all 3 of my actions. Mathson.
Great. And that is you're using your sword. Yeah, stab.
Stab. His letter
Boy.
opener.
I was gonna say, is it
It's
just
a
a letter
giant letter
opener?
opener.
It's a big letter
Big-
opener. It's his letter getter. As he calls it.
I love
All right.
it.
Robber number 1, who threw her dagger earlier, is going to not be. Oh no, what have I done? Oh wait, ignore that. I accidentally I did some undos. Oh, everyone, I'm panicking.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Fine. We're all
It's
good.
okay.
We-
I'm reloading anyway. We're fine.
If we need to, we can cut that
Cut
out.
that. No, I don't know why I accidentally killed that robber.
I
Doing
mean-
it
Probably didn't
live.
see it. Anyway, robber number 1, who threw her dagger earlier, is going to draw a second dagger.
We have too
And-
many.
Oh, there's a robber.
Jeez, who lets you have 2 daggers?
Step
Did you
forward.
pay for
and-
those?
No.
No, we
Stole
stole
them
them, of
both.
course.
Don't
And stab at Tagmore.
do it.
I have to make sure that something here. How do I? Right.
Dang
You're
up.
off. You're off guard for this because there's 2 of them sort of in your face with weapons.
Are they
no.
flanking?
They don't need to be flanking because they have a
Oh,
special power, but that is
Yeah.
still
magic.
miss.
Oh, okay. Well,
draw move, attack, miss.
What a bunch of bullies.
It's
Oh,
the
a bunch of
water.
bullies. It's
You're a
that
little slippery.
water. Yeah, kind of like skates up to you a little bit. The other robber who still has her dagger out is going to actually attack this spellcaster. Naphtali, you are being targeted for this melee strike. You're also sort of off guard as they kind of come at you. But this is where my rolls tank, everybody. So be
Right.
happy once I start again there. But I have one more action, so I'll try again.
No.
That's what we like to see.
It was
We all
almost the
celebrated
one.
too soon.
I know
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
roll. Dice so nice, not so nice.
But that's terrible damage with sneak attack. So she kind of like Naphtali kind of like faints a tiny bit and stabs you in a tender location. Actually, I have 3 whole actions, don't I?
Too many of
Okay.
those too.
Too many of those. Here comes the third attack, which won't help at all. Okay.
Nice.
Tough robber. Nim.
I'm gonna use one action to insult the robber again.
Fair enough.
And be like, that's the best you can do.
I thought I did pretty good.
Double down on it.
I guess do I just click attack again?
Yes, you can just click
Target the
attack
right
on that.
person?
You've got that's northern one targeted, it looks like.
Yeah.
So you can just click attack on that spell. It should do the trick.
No.
Well, that's not going to do anything unless you want to hero point it. I'll keep offering up them hero points.
It's
I'll
almost
hero
like you
point
want him
it.
to waste it now.
No, I'll hero point it.
It's
Oh,
not a
that's nice.
waste. So yeah, just right click on that, choose reroll. with
Reroll
hero
using
point.
a hero point.
No.
It got better.
It got better, but it's not.
it didn't hit.
enough. That's
Okay.
the worst. Okay, that was one
Okay.
action.
Yep. And they seem a little preoccupied. So I'm gonna move here with my knife. And I'm gonna try and stab him in the knee. Because that's about how tall I am.
Yeah, this guy's like, oh, goblin, a flower. What the?
Yeah.
What's
Just attack
happening?
him the short.
All right, so yeah,
Let's
target.
see.
Change your target to this guy, and then make your
Oh yeah.
dagger attack, but the second one that's listed, since you are making a second attack this round.
The +4? Is that the
What do you mean? What you got here? Yeah,
I
+4
guess
one.
yeah,
Yeah.
+4. Okay.
Oof,
Hmm.
another miss.
I'm doing great today, guys.
All
His
Nice,
knee
so
was a little
nice.
higher than I expected.
Kneecaps are
Yeah.
hard.
Kneecaps are hard.
That's my turn.
All right, it's this guy's turn. He got pretty stabbed by Brixby pretty well. So first thing I'm going to do is attempt to feint you.
Oh no, it's probably gonna work.
What is your
Yeah.
will DC?
Oh man, that's gonna be better than what I got there. I think it's a 16. It is a 16.
All right. He kind of like, he's got this club out and it kind of looks like he's going to like kind of maybe hit you with one end of it. And then he turns around and tries to sort of catches you off guard, basically.
Oh, absolutely. Brixby is preoccupied.
Indeed. Can never get this just. Sorry. There we go. And here comes the strike. The feint. Oh, wait, I need to double check something. Is that an attack action? Oh, it isn't. Oh, that's good for me.
Uh-oh.
Terrible for me.
Ooh,
Oh, it's a crit.
critical.
that is a crit. A lovely
It popped me
crit.
good.
He
And I think it-
pops you good.
If it weren't for that fate, it wouldn't have been a crit.
Now I know it's got to all this. All right, so you take
What?
massive 28 points of damage.
Yee.
from
Wow.
this crit.
Oh my
You-
god.
Also, need to make a fortitude save.
I will do that for
So
you.
feel free to you can just click on that fortitude save thing in the
Oh, I'm rolling so bad. Ah!
Oh no.
okay. Not a critical failure, but a failure, meaning you are stunned one.
One less action for Brixby.
One last action you're gonna turn. There's 2 actions. I don't also
Bop.
but I don't want to be
No,
standing.
bop
Oh,
him.
Whack. You've been
So-
thwacked.
you've been thwacked and then he kind of turns to try to smash Nim with the club as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
let's put up
rude.
the output this damage. Very rude.
Ow.
But it's not that much. Well, Could be
like
less. Could be less.
quarter my hit
Um,
points.
Oh Lord. So Naftali, we're up to you.
Are you talking?
Rue, I think you're muted.
Oh, sorry, I hard muted myself. I am going to cast Heal, and I'm going to do the 2-action version, so it's a 30-foot range so that I can heal Brixby. So
That's very kind of you.
yeah. I'm gonna cast it at first level still, so I'm not gonna heighten it.
Fair enough.
Oh, wait. What? Why don't I have any spell slots? That doesn't make any sense. I haven't cast any.
Oh, you have to enter them.
Oh, okay. 1 second. Let me do
Well,
that.
I was looking at Emma's character earlier, and I forgot to check to see if you had if you had written in
she
what your
has
spells, how many you have.
3 and 2. Okay, let me fix
makes
that really
sense.
fast. Sorry.
Doing it live.
Not 30. That seems wrong. Okay. And then I
And then
need
yours.
my
Yeah.
second level spell slots. Sorry.
No worries.
All right. Cool. Now I can do this.
Now
I'm
I'll
going
let you do it.
I'm going to cast Heal. And normally like you don't see the little like spirit energy sprites that float around Naftali. They're kind of like invisible. But you watch as these like this like series of little like motes of light come from around them and then go and like dance around Brixby, healing them for, let me target you. Healing, yes. Woo!
Hey.
A
Nice.
total of, it'll be 8 plus 8 because
Oh,
I'm
plus
doing, yeah.
Excellent.
I'll just do it twice then.
Well,
Thank you. But yeah, so that's 2 actions, and then I'm gonna take 1 action to bonk the one in front of me with my mace.
Great. He looks injured.
Yeah!
There we
Nice.
go. Critical.
Ooh.
I went and turned on the magical swirlies for when I get critical hits.
Ooh.
Good.
All right. So a total of 12.
That's the max you can do with that kind of stuff.
Yep. I do
you-
love my 0 strength mace usage.
It's good. You bonk her nearly senseless. Basically, like, you give her a good whack, and she's like, "Whoa!"
She has at least 1 sense left.
She has at least one exactly.
At least 1 sense left.
All right, I think we're on to Tagmore.
Yep.
Tagmore.
All right. Let's see. So, those 2 are right in front of me. Let's see if I can have a better effect on this. Let's try the title hands again this time. Oops. There we go.
Nice. Cone.
Yeah, so
Oh, we're gonna do the big cone or the 2 small cones?
I guess, well, I probably wouldn't be able to hit this guy down here, right? I would.
Probably not. The wall is mostly in the way. There,
Okay,
right?
yeah. So I'll.
Yeah.
Can I hit both of them with if I do a cone, or would it only hit one of them since they're right in front of me?
That's a good question. I mean, you can.
Let's...
Yeah, you can. If you backed up one, you could do it. And get
You know
both of
what?
them in one cone.
Maybe I shall. Oops. Now there we go. So I'll back up 1, and then I will use my tidal hands to do the 30-foot cone. Starting right here.
Yes.
Ta-da.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
Oh, and it doesn't even get me. Thanks.
Yeah, I was trying not to. Yeah. All right. So that's reflex
So feel free to
save.
roll that damage. Just
All right.
1 failure on the one who is. Oops! I just
Oh,
ignore the fact that I also rolled that damage and got a way less result. I don't know. That was a misclick.
I prefer the one I rolled. So
yeah. You should. Which is Matt. Between the 2 of us, you rolled maximum and I rolled minimum
wow.
on that 2d8. But they're both going to take that damage.
All right. Oh,
All of it.
one of them is a skull now. Nope, both of them skulls.
So you step back and release this
Yeah.
tidal wave of water, knocking them both out, and
Oh.
probably like back like 5 feet too. Their
It's
their
bludgeoning,
unconscious
yeah.
bodies, going down.
Oh, good job.
Sorry to the mummy and sarcophagus back there. Those might
Well, it's
need some drying out now.
They might indeed.
That's
Was that a
okay.
2 action title
It-
hands?
It was, but I backed up 5 feet. So
Right. I was just
that's-
wondering. So,
Oh,
So you're
yes.
out of actions.
I
And
am
we're
out of actions.
On to Brixby.
On the Brixby. Yeah, Brixby looks much better now. Thank you. I did
You're
not like that.
welcome.
And we'll just start to stab him.
And you can continue to use personal antithesis against this
Yep.
guy, right? Yeah.
Yep.
That's a hit.
Bap.
Nice.
Do some damage, max
Ooh.
damage.
Let's
Ooh.
go.
Go.
What is it? Sorry. Shit.
Plus an
Sir.
extra 4, right?
Plus an extra 4 from my personal hatred of this man.
you just like stare him down.
I love thaumaturgists.
They're pretty
There's-
great.
You and I can't be pen pals.
This is my
Uh,
this is my pettiness damage.
Still standing after that.
Still
I see.
standing. Yep.
Well,
Mhm.
Brixby will
But-
go
but
for a
badly
second
injured
swing.
now.
Second swing with the other action for the turn. Do we get there? Yeah.
That's enough.
Nice.
Delivering.
Nice.
Oh, goodness
Delivering.
gracious. You're delivering pain and sword.
I bring the mail from door to door. I'll stab your feet for more and more.
Okay. Well,
That's it for
Um,
Brixby.
I said because you were stunned, so that made you lost an action.
Yep.
And now it is up to Nimble. This guy
Oh,
got stabbed
goodness.
twice by Brixby, and he is like, oh, barely holding in his guts.
He's
Ooh,
licking.
well, I have one more action that I can use fighting words
Oh,
Ooh.
because I can use it 3 times. I
Yep.
can't get it to open.
Please knock this man out with a
Spell.
particularly bad insult.
I would like to.
Way to bleed.
I would certainly like
bleedy.
to. It won't let me open
Oh
the
no!
spell. So we're just gonna scroll back to the last time I did it.
Sure.
There it is. Okay. And yeah, I'm just gonna be like, and stay down. And hopefully he does.
See what happens.
Oh, I just rolled.
That's okay. You didn't target him, but that's okay. That's not gonna hit him though.
fine. Then I will just stab him. Or I'll try. Maybe?
Oh.
Keep rolling them fours.
Oh,
I'm gonna try one last time. Maybe I
Alright.
crit.
Fish for them's 20s.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
It happens. That is a hit, so it's a critical hit.
I just get really frustrated. I'm like, I
see
stab
an
him.
angry
Stab,
sunflower.
I am the angry sunflower. For 2.
Well,
I
did
don't
you
know if
click
that's-
the?
Four,
It should be
'cause it
4.
would-
It should be 4. Yeah.
Is it 4?
because
Yeah,
you
'cause you
crit.
critical. You crit.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
That's okay. I will double it as you.
4.
Stab,
Stab him
he
in the
only
foot.
had 2 hit points anyway. You stab him in the foot, and he holds it. And he, from all the blood from Brixby stabbing, he slips and falls and knocks himself unconscious.
boy.
And that is the end of that encounter.
All right.
When the sort of the heat of the battle dies down, you hear from this door that the main guy was sort of standing in front of the leader, someone like hello, knock, like sort of pounding on it. Hello, pound.
Oh, I'm the closest to the door, so I can pop over.
Like, whoops.
Oh, where did I go?
Did you? No, you're still here. I still
I
see
see
you.
you.
Yeah, I
the,
still see
the,
you.
the attempted movement collides with a wall.
Oh, you may have tried to move
Oh.
directly there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. There we
Yeah,
go.
you're fine.
I'm gonna like move into the room too.
Come on in.
Hello?
Hello, who's out there?
We are Pathfinders. We came to visit, but from the maze of the open road, but no one was here.
Oh, thank goodness. Could you let me out? I think the door is locked. And as you can see, like it looks like these robbers like put a lock on the door, like literally like a padlock on it.
Okay.
I'm gonna pat their pockets. Start like
Ooh.
investigating the big guy and see if I can
Yeah,
find
yeah.
anything on his pockets.
Where's that? He doesn't have a key on him, but he's got 2 potions on him.
Is anyone
And a bunch of gold if you want it.
Yes.
Okay.
is anyone better at breaking locks than I am? This is not a difficult question. I'm not very good at it.
Don't look at
I
me.
can try to actually break it, but I can't like pick it.
If you want to try to break it down, go for it.
Okay. Should I
It's
just
an athletics check.
athletics? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
If you need a hand, let me know.
You put your shoulder into it, but it's a sturdy door set in a brick frame.
Well, I tried.
I can try and roll thievery and see how it goes. I have a +1, so
Do you have any lockpicks though?
Oh,
I don't. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna keep
that's the
patting
tricky part.
pockets.
Yeah.
As they're doing this. Like I'm just gonna keep investigating these people, see if I can find something on
Sure.
the
Yeah.
other two.
They don't have much. I mean, they have some of the stuff that they stole that you can like clearly that is not
Right.
theirs. But none of them have like keys to this lock.
No keys.
Helpful steps.
Nope. I'm sorry. I was
Oh.
remembering. I'm like, it's just up. That just
Oh,
helps me go
yeah,
up,
yeah.
which would not be useful in this particular setting.
That's fair. Does anyone else want to try to bash it down or pick the lock if they have picks?
I mean, I don't think
I
any of us
guess.
have lock picks.
Fair enough.
I'm curious if I can do anything with like ice. I can generate, but I can't really generate ice. I can generate water, right? So.
And
You can
fire.
also generate fire.
You could burn the door down, yeah?
I
Yeah, what
could.
kind of door is it?
Is it
I
made
think
of
it's
wood?
the standard wooden door, yeah.
Just burn it down.
Would you mind moving back from the door a little bit? My friend is going to try and burn it open.
Oh my, be careful.
I'm gonna move all the way back here because
I hope we
fire
have enough
is not my jam.
space.
Bruce Speed just steps 5 feet away. Not very, just like, I'm gonna move here.
just
Going
enough.
behind you.
Just next
Okay.
to it.
Well, so then am I going to be? Oh, by the way, I forgot. I should toggle off the kinetic aura because the title hands I used were and
that was an
the
overflow.
title hands was an overflow also. So
Oh, gotcha.
so was this going to be just base kinesis, like generating fire? Is that the best way to do it? I guess.
I think that's the best way to do it. Yeah. Is to
Okay.
use fire to ignite flammable substance. This is a little more. This is not obviously meant to be that flammable. It's not like lighting a candle. But if you I'm gonna say if you roll another, we'll call it another athletics check. Because there's not really any sort of like kinesis based skill. You're right.
No. I have nature.
Yeah, plane of fire lore. It's not quite the same, but we'll say it's an athletics check, and with +2 circumstance bonus, because you're basically sort of like burning a little bit of. You can't set the door completely on fire, but maybe you can burn a little bit at near the hinges or something to loosen up a little bit.
Yeah.
Of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Could Brixby maybe aid in some way?
Sure.
Too? That's something. Yeah.
How do you wish to aid?
I think like at least sort of hitting here if you're like, are you also trying to physically do anything to the door, Katina, beyond the fire?
Well, I mean, I think that was a good idea to kind of burn maybe around the hinges or around like where the knob is to like weaken a key point.
Because I don't want to attached.
Yeah. So I'll probably try and burn it a little and then shove at it.
Cool. Then yeah, Brixby's just gonna help with the shoving that when it comes to that part of like kicking
Okay.
around the hinge or like putting some extra oomph into it
All right,
with,
give
with
me
Tagmar.
and great.
That was all right. I'm okay with that.
As you're like, I'm about to help you.
Yep.
Tagmore just sort of kicks the kicks the door in.
Now it's a flaming door. I hope you're okay, person in there.
The door opens. This is like an archives room. There's like paperwork and correspondences that have come and gone and whatever. And standing sort of back from the door is this woman who appears to be partially made out of wood herself.
Oh,
And
I will try and pat out any remaining flames near the door or
she also looks wounded. Not from you burning anything, obviously, but it's looks like she's been like got a bruise on her head, and maybe a little bit of bruising around her wrists.
Do you need some help? Would you like some healing?
Oh, thank you. Yes, I would. My name is Lynn Salan, or is it Salan Lynn in Aveston? But anyway, Pathfinder of the 4723 AR cohort, currently active at Woods Edge on a project to locate elemental portals.
Wow.
And yes, I've been injured.
Yeah.
Did I hear you say you were conjuring up fire? She's talking to Tagmar now.
Oh yeah, I can do that sometimes if I try, if I concentrate.
She gets excited. So can I.
Oh really?
Yes.
That's cool.
Oh, I am also a kineticist.
Oh, nice.
She can take 16 points.
Good Lord. She doesn't need that much.
Well,
too bad.
She can take as much as she wants because we're not in combat, so it doesn't matter how many actions I used.
That's fair. Oh, thank you. Yes. Oh my word. Those brutes, they shoved me in here and put a lock on the door behind me. They took me completely by surprise. I had no idea what was going on. I'm not even entirely certain where I am.
In general, or like
you're in Mendev?
Mendev, yeah, okay. I thought I recognized the sigil out front. Sorry, I'm a bit new to the Pathfinder Society, so I don't fully know all of the lodges completely because I was stationed in Galt, you see, and well, I was babysitting some wisps for my teachers, and I was also finishing this chronicle that I was writing, but they kind of outsmarted me and took off into the maze. I ran after them, and I've been looking for them for 5 hours now.
Oh.
Shasar is never going to let me live this down. At this point, Taiwale sort of comes in. I think I found some people that they're known. Oh my! It looks like you've had a bit of a scuffle here, but you seem to have taken care of yourself.
They were robbing the place, and we found a salon. This is
a pleasure.
He
introduced himself. They introduced themselves to one another. Yes. Well, good for you. You've put a stop to it. Well done. The Starrise Spire security forces will be here. Guards. They'll be here any moment. They'll take these people away. But you've met a friend.
I'm kind of curious to know what they were looking for. I mean, they could have just been generically robbing the place, but why?
We could check their bags. We could check what they were.
Yeah, it does.
What
they have in the sack is just looks like kind of generic religious relics that were on display here. Tywila says, well, it looks like they took advantage of the fact that a lot of people are at the Absalom Lodge at the party. Less security here, and I guess looks like they broke in to try to nick some of these relics.
Probably to sell them.
Oh.
Yeah, yes, as always.
But
that was quite an adventure. Yes.
You said you're missing wisps?
Oh, yes. I don't know where they are, and that is the problem. They are mischievous with a capital M. I tell you, imagine bringing 5 baby goblins to a festival, except each of them is made out of fire or some other element. And they fly over 200 feet a minute. And she's talking, and that's when she notices Brixby. And she kind of like, ooh, sorry, I meant no offense. Apologies.
Oh, it's okay, but go on. So, just how mischievous are they?
Very mischievous, always disappearing and going their separate ways and completely, well, making my life just a living heck.
And you think they're in the maze now?
I think they're in the maze.
Mm.
And
Well,
how many?
somewhere.
You said there were 5, but they're
5
made
of
of
them.
different elements. So
Yes, wisps
fire,
are
water.
fire, water, air, earth, and one of them is made out of wood.
Oh, kind
Okay.
of like you.
I bet they're
Oh, yes.
adorable.
Well, they are adorable when they're not making trouble.
I bet they're cute then too.
Yes, I probably won't be able to stay mad at them for long, but they're. I'm just afraid of what they might get up to. If they get back to the party, even, well, they could cause any amount of havoc.
Probably stop that.
Yes, Tywale says, yes, it sounds like more adventure. I'm all for it if that is what you wish to do. Let us
I
head back
guess
to the
it's not-
base.
It's not quite the tour you were looking for, but
This is better. I'm always looking for more adventure.
That's good in the Pathfinder Society.
Of course, that's
Sure.
why. That's I think why I got promoted.
Oh, congratulations.
Oh, I know about the
we're
promotion.
promoted.
Of course, they know. It's hard to keep it a secret.
Okay.
Oh.
We were told to keep it a secret, so.
Well, you did excellent.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So Celine congratulates him as well. And says, well, of course, let's head back to the maze. Of course, if there's anything, unless there's something else you need to do here, we can just sort of take back. I think, well, I can speak a little bit to the trees, if you're friendly enough, because
I love talking to trees. They make
they're
the
so-
best conversation.
They can be if they're not also trying to trip people up. Yes, my one of my ancestors was a wood genie. You see, that's why she sort of points to the fact that her, she's made of wood here and there.
Well,
let's go.
Back to the maze.
I'm going to take us back to the landing page. As we begin to look. Actually. Oh, no, wait. You set off search of these sort of like where they're going. I'm sorry, Alex. I'm going to actually be switching back to this other maze first. I guess the question is, are you bringing both of them with you?
Do they both want to come?
Yeah, I mean they will. Otherwise, they could also head back and wait for you at the Grand Lodge.
We might want to tell Celine to like take it easy. She did kind of get a pretty large bonk on the head.
That's
kind
fair.
of a concussion.
Celine gives you basically sort of some vague directions that she's heard from the trees about trying to find these elemental wisps where they were seen last. But then she'll return to the Grand Lodge, or maybe even she'll return to the Grand Lodge. And as you guys sort of begin to follow these directions, you start here. You are basically sort of a paths that lead to the woods. You're standing in a small sort of pool, not quite a like it's just a bit of a puddle. And you can basically what do you wish I know what you're looking for, but how is it that you're kind of navigating these mazes again, because things are sort of tricky and twisty and whatnot?
One of them is a fire wisp, right?
Yeah, that was what she said. That's what Salan said.
Would you be
Oh.
able, Tagmore, to like feel them?
Mm, I don't know, honestly.
Yeah, you could. I mean, use your lore or
Plane
a
of
nature
fire
check.
lore.
My plane of fire
Yeah.
lore. Okay. Let's do.
And before we continue any further, I'm going to make sure everyone has a hero point now at this point of the session. Everyone getting an additional
Yay.
hero point. Well done so
Nice.
far.
Yay.
I will use it to fail twice in a row.
Oh, no.
All right. Let me try. Boop, 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 do a check. That is not a very good check.
Oh, it baited us
Oh,
with
wow.
the
It
18.
did. Do you want to hero point that now that you have 2?
Okay, fine.
Up to
You
you.
keep
You can save
tempting
them.
me.
I just got to make sure you all know you have them and don't forget to use
Oh,
them because you can't
yeah.
use them
Well,
past
yeah.
now.
It's true.
By the way, do I know what the
Let's
potions are? I mean, I can see them in my inventory, but do I know what they are?
Yeah, that's way
As a
better.
character?
That's way better. When you take a look at these potions, they're actually like swirling colors. And they look like they might be like different forms of energy sort of mixed up in one big sort of soup.
Energy soup.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think
Delicious.
there's enough of a this is enough of a label that there's like a little shield label on it. Most likely this is some sort of protective type of from that sort of energy. Right? More than it is a damaging one. Well, actually, it's a shield with like a little wreath around it that looks pointy. So you can imagine that it is some sort of like aura sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Mm.
Sorry, 1 second. I'm just sort of typing that. Now. Tagmore. You are looking sort of trying to sense maybe where these mischievous one of these mischievous fire wisps might go.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 second. 1 second, please. There is a good Lord. You can sense that there is a over here. This you can kind of see this. Trying to ping it here. It's not letting me. Path that leads sort of off the main path that you're on ahead, sort of ahead of you to the east, and it sort of turns north. That there is a very strong connection to the plane of fire there.
Okay.
Through there's sort of like a gap in the hedges that you could pass through if you wanted to do that.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll kind of turn to my friend and say, I think I feel something over there. Should we start that way?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a direction.
It's better than standing here.
I mean, I was kind of liking the refreshments.
Oh. Not saying that it's bad, just that we won't find them if we just stand here. Yay. Okay.
So as you get closer to this break in the hedges, you can kind of feel heat coming from that area.
Okay. Up a little bit more. I do a perception check, or should I just keep going?
You can give me a perception check.
Okay, let's see. Public or private?
Make it private, please.
Okay. Let's see. Go.
It doesn't feel dangerous.
Okay.
Like it just feels like very, very warm.
Okay. I'm gonna slowly continue through the trees, I think.
Okay,
Or
so if
through
you take one more
down the path.
just
Oh gosh. Okay, that does feel
You
very
sort of like
warm.
part the thing. It's very warm. Now this is it looks like I can kind of maybe even see, no, not from your angle, but like there's stone is a stone path that's giving off this heat. It's not, this image looks like the ground is on fire. It's more just sort of like this very like a stove heat. So it's glowing red and orange. There are the occasional sort of like symbols on these stones that kind of twist and flicker as if they were made out of flame. But it doesn't feel like it is very you can, whatever's happening here, the damaging part of the fire has been like being suppressed.
Okay. So it's not like, it's not catching things near it.
It's not
just,
catching anything on fire. It's just sort of like almost like
Interesting.
a special effect.
Okay.
You can see that there's sort of a path that leads more to your left. If you want to
Yeah.
step on in, you can kind of see that sorry,
Oh,
to north and to your left.
north
the-
and then to the left. Okay, there we
You
go.
can see more of what the path leads. And again, it's sort of like what it looks like here is like this merging of earth and fire, stones and flames. But you don't see any wisp friends in amongst all of this. However, you want to, you can search around.
Yeah, I'm
Everyone
very
else can
curious
come on
why
in if
this
they
is
want.
happening.
I
From your
Correct.
check.
Oh.
Mhm.
I was gonna
Head.
say, am I correct in thinking that the map is like actually glowing? Is that
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is the
Okay, cool.
special effects you get with your deluxe edition of the game. You get sort of maps that have been updated with these cool effects.
actually really cool? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Foundry does incredible stuff with the maps.
It's
I'm
really
using
cool.
several different APs that I'm running, and I love it. Which is why they asked me to do this game mastering, because of my ability to shill for the company. Anyway, you kind of peek around, and don't we all? You kind of peek around through here, Tagmore. What you get the sense from your check is like, because of the fact that the Maze of the Open Road is always opening these portals here and there, right? Portals to the elemental planes will occasionally kind of pop open, and it looks like that's what kind of happened here. But both to earth and fire, and they've kind of merged and sort of canceled each other out a little bit here.
Oh, interesting.
So you've got sort of
Okay.
elements of earth and fire sort of acting together. And as you sort of peek around, you find some loose agate gems on the floor and what looks like a big turtle scale.
Turtle scale.
Yeah. It looks it's like on a chain too. It looks like it's a fancy talisman, one might say.
Okay, I'll take that, I guess. See, well, I don't know if I know what it is. Do any of you know if you can tell what this is?
If anyone wants to spend a couple minutes doing an Arcana check, or any sort of the or Arcana or occultism or religion or nature.
I was like,
Yeah.
I can do religion or
I can
occult.
do nature.
Oh,
Yeah, you can do any of those for
occult.
this particular thing. Just let me
Do
know
we
who
just
wants to do it.
roll open?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can roll that.
I'm gonna roll an occultism for it. Nope.
Oh,
Oh.
Well, let's say between the two of you together, kind of working together, you notice that this is a dragon turtle scale, specifically a talisman that lets you swim better. So you can affix it to your armor, and it'll let you swim. Now it'll take 10 minutes to affix a talisman to your armor. Do you want to take that time now or not? Is up to you.
would anyone like to be able to swim better?
I'm not wearing any armor.
It can affix to your clothes too, basically.
I'm not wearing any clothes.
That's
I'm unplanned.
we all suddenly realized, turn around, that sunflower's nude.
Oh no!
I'm a mass of vines and leaves.
Yeah, you probably have that some form of, I don't know, enough that you have something that you can probably fix it if you want to. But you need to use it. You need to already be proficient in athletics.
Agmore?
Yeah, sure. If no one else wants it.
Yeah.
All right.
Technically, this is maybe too
As much
much.
as I love
Technically-
random stuff.
Yeah, weirdly, we've gone through all this, and I don't know if anyone can actually use it because you need to be an expert in athletics to actually use it,
Dang
which
it.
is a weird thing. I think which is a weird thing because of it helps you swim, which you would be good at as you're already an expert in athletics. But it's a treasure, so you can have later. But you also have 20 gold pieces worth of these loose gems, these sort of like red and yellow gems.
Excellent. Okay, well, who's keeping track of party loot?
It's on your
Man.
sheet already.
Oh,
I've put it on
Oh.
everyone's sheet.
The party sheet.
Not
A
every-
fancy
oh,
new
right.
update.
Oh, I could have put it in there
forgot
too.
about that. Yes,
The
the party
party sheet?
update.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of my
So-
favorite new updates for Foundry is
Where
the
is
party
it?
sheet. It's the
So,
little. If you look at
yeah.
our character sheets in the actors tab, right next to the little foldery one is the little like page with the ear. If you click that, we're
It
talking
shows what everyone has.
Oh, I can see what you
Tons.
are.
tons of
Yeah.
things.
It also shows you our HP, which is really nice.
Yeah.
If anyone needs to remember
I
a
was
character's name,
wondering.
I can't seem to add gold to it right now.
Oh, that's weird.
It might
A
be popping up
stash?
somewhere else. Yeah, into your stash.
Hmm.
Oops. I'm just giving it to Tagmore.
That's fine.
Just giving that gold to Tagmore for now.
I'm rich.
All right.
Woo.
You're rich.
All right.
All right. So you, there's just otherwise this is a dead end, by the way.
Okay.
All right.
Hmm.
Okay.
Well, I don't see any of the wisps here.
No. Would wisps count as spirits? They're not technically, right?
They don't have that the spirit
Tag, right?
trait. Yeah. But there's also sort of like the word spirit could mean things of an ephemeral nature too, right? It's sort of in
Yeah.
general, but they don't have the spirit tag. I don't know what your power or your
Because one of my abilities is spirit sense, which like gives me a +1 for checks regarding haunts or spirits, but
I think that's specifically
It's
for
just- yeah, it's for
those
ghosts.
tag things and ghosts. Yeah. All right. Let's have you guys sort of begin to poke around some more of this maze, following the directions. And these directions again, they're esoteric. They're a little bit like riddles. When you come across I'm actually just gonna drag you all down there.
Oh dang!
goodbye.
Yes, come along.
Goodbye.
You're gonna maybe see more than you wanted to.
Wow.
And the sort of down here, the sort of southern end of the this part of the thing, a spot where the maze gets like before, strange and unusual. The trees look almost like fractals made out of metal down here. They are twisted and not quite like it doesn't look like they're dying, but it definitely looks like they are part tree, part metal, right?
I wonder if they're looking for their friend. If there were 5 of them, they're missing a metal wisp. Maybe they're looking for their friend.
Could be.
It's a smashing of the planes again. Like the other one was fire and earth. Is there a metal plane?
There is.
Oh.
Mhm.
Well,
There is.
then maybe it's that.
Maybe.
It sort of stretches forward and then kind of like clearly the path turns back to the north.
There don't appear to be like to us. There don't appear to be any portals here, right?
No, it's not really a no, not in your vision at the moment. This is kind of like not quite a portal, but not quite the maze it usually is.
I don't have like any specific skills, but can I like walk up to any of the trees and like I don't know, like do plant things, like see if
Do you-
there's actual like plant life?
You want to give me a nature check?
Sure.
Yeah.
Can do that. Maybe.
Dang it, we just had someone who could talk to trees with us too.
We left.
Oh,
We told him to
yeah.
go home.
Bye.
Caution, okay? I don't know.
Yeah, she needed to go
Nope.
rest.
I mean, you can
9.
tell it's like no tree. These are like no trees you've ever seen because they are like there it feels like there might be, nature spirit, nature, not life exactly, but definitely like treeness there, but it is like like if a tree were made out of metal. I think this, I can't describe it any more than that, I guess, right? But
I've never met
it
a
goes
tree
into the
like
ground.
this.
It's clearly not like a statue, right? It's, like a bit of metal carved to look like a tree. It's growing in some fashion,
Right.
and not currently while you're looking at it, obviously, but you can definitely sense that it is planted in the dirt. If it with the right nourishment, it might get bigger, that kind of stuff.
I don't know. I never met trees like this.
Yeah, it's weird.
Can I make a nature check?
Sure.
Let's see. Public or private?
You can make this one public.
Okay. Let's see.
That's it.
Oh, that's much better.
In addition to sort of like, I mean, Nim kind of said it, like this is a merging of two planes, the plane of wood and the plane of metal. Again, they sort of counteracted each other almost in a lot of ways, but also sort of become one another. You as you sort of peer in this, it's interesting. It's more, what's the word I'm looking for? Academically interesting, that it is sort of like worth anything, right? Or there's no danger here either, right?
Okay. Just very curious happening.
Yes.
Okay, so
you do spot, I think with this also 26, that there's a couple places where some of the branches have been bent a little bit, as if someone else has recently passed through this area. Whether or not that's big enough, whether or not a wisp would be big enough for that, you've never seen one for, so you're not sure, or if this was someone else.
Okay. Does it look like they kind of went over to the
they went
west?
through this way and then probably up through here.
Okay. Well, I'll let everyone know and be like, well, I mean, someone else might have been through here. I don't know if it was one of the wisps or not, but that's all I can glean, really.
It's the best path we have right now. Might as well.
Sure. Oh,
I know it's on the map. Are there actual skeletons on the path up ahead?
Oh no! Oh god, there are skeletons on this map. Oh
yeah.
Oh, look at them! Look at all them bones. When you really zoom in there, you can see the bones. No, that's
are there skeletons?
It's kind of like they're like metal shards that are vaguely shaped like bones.
Oh, okay, great. Just
it
checking.
Is pretty metal AF.
Okay, so we're going. Sort
of
you
like just sort of
here-ish?
maybe going to here-ish.
I don't think I should be in front.
Yeah, I'll go.
I can go in front. I can go in front with Tagmore too, as needed.
Oh hey.
Also, everyone, don't forget that if you have the Pearly Spindle Ayun Stone, it passively heals you like
That's right.
1 point a minute or something. So probably everyone
is.
Oh yeah, it's been about 10-20 minutes. So actually, if it heals you 1 point a minute, then you're good.
I don't think I added one of those earlier, but
no.
Okay, that's okay.
Because I didn't know we could. Because I'm a dum-dum, but
how badly are you to hurt right now? Ooh, okay.
I am missing 12 hit points.
I'm gonna spend a level 1 spell slot to cast Soothe on Brixby. And so you'll get 10 points of healing.
Great.
There you go. It's a little better.
That's I wasn't too worried, but thank you.
I was. I stand behind you, remember?
Absolutely. That crit.
It's true.
That bonking.
That was a pretty big bonk.
You give Bixby some soothing, say some soothing words to heal their wounds, and you guys sort of step around the corner here, and as you see, there's this big tree, twisted tree, and there's two individuals, a woman who's got this sort of silvery, long silver hair, and like strands of like almost like metal veins visible on her face. Very long. She's got it almost looking like a scarf. And this other individual who is completely made out of wood, and has this sort of like but it's humanoid, standing there, quite humanoid. And the thing is that this second person has a kind of like a almost like a cage like set of ribs, like you can see through. And in that cage are a number of small bits of like a small bit of elemental rock, a small bit of elemental water, kind of like
Oh.
spinning and twisting around. And with that, we're going to take a break, and we'll see you in the next episode.